Okay, when you think of Japan, what comes to mind? Probably things like sake, maybe whiskey, right? But what if I told you that one of its absolute best-kept secrets is a world-class wine? Seriously, today we're going to uncork the incredible story of Yamanashi wine. It's this amazing tale of ancient grapes and, get this, volcanic soil.
And that's not just some hypothetical question I'm throwing out there. Nope. Deep in the heart of Japan, there is a wine region with a story that is every bit as compelling as the wine itself. It's this whole saga of resilience, volcanic soil, and just pure incredible dedication. So come on, let's dive in and explore this hidden gem. All right, so our journey starts in Yamanashi Prefecture. And you've got to picture this. It's this absolutely stunning region nestled right in the shadow of the one and only Mount Fuji. But believe me, this isn't just a place with a pretty view. Oh no, it is the undisputed heart, the absolute epicenter of Japanese winemaking.
And when I say it's the heartland, I am not kidding. Get this, Yamanashi produces nearly a third, 30% of all Japanese wine. That's huge. So it kind of makes you wonder, right? What is it about this one specific region that makes it so perfect for growing grapes?
Well, it's not just about farming or agriculture. This is a story that stretches back for centuries. It's about overcoming a seriously challenging climate, pioneering a style of wine that is just so uniquely Japanese, and it's all thanks to one very, very special grape.
So let's meet this star of the show. At the very heart of Yamanashi's story is this one grape, Koshu. It's the region's signature, its claim to fame. But what exactly is it? And maybe more importantly, how does it stack up against grapes that you and I might be a little more familiar with?
Okay, first off, Koshu isn't some new kid on the block. Not at all. The story goes that it actually journeyed all the way along the Silk Road, arriving in Japan with Buddhist monks over 1,000 years ago. Think about that. And you can spot it by this really beautiful pinkish color on its skin. It's one of its most distinctive features.
So, to give you a good reference point, let's think about a wine you probably know, Sauvignon Blanc. They're similar in some ways, right? Both have that high acidity, that crispness we love. But here's the difference. Whereas Sauvignon Blanc can be really grassy or just burst with tropical fruit, Koshu is way more subtle, more delicate. It kind of whispers with these soft notes of citrus and flowers, and it's all built on this really unique mineral backbone.
So when you take a sip of a Koshu wine, wow, it's just incredibly refreshing. You get this bright burst of citrus, think yuzu or lemon, maybe a hint of white peach. It's so clean, with this really vibrant acidity and that mineral finish we talked about. And that high acidity, that's the secret weapon. It is what makes it the perfect pairing for Japanese food. That clean, crisp quality just slices right through the richness of something like fatty tuna or salmon, but without ever overpowering those beautiful, delicate flavors.
Okay, so you've got this unique grape. But a unique grape needs a unique home, right? So what is it about the land in Yamanashi, the terroir, that lets this Koshu grape just thrive like it does nowhere else on Earth?
Well, the secret ingredient, believe it or not, is a volcano. The answer literally towers over the entire region, Mount Fuji. And this thing is not just a pretty postcard backdrop. It is the single most important, most influential geographical feature shaping the wines of Yamanashi. Period. So how exactly does Fuji work its magic? Well, it's a three-tread. First, it creates something called a rain shadow. That basically means it shields the vineyards from a lot of Japan's intense humidity, which is great for keeping the grapes healthy. Second, you've got that volcanic soil. It drains really well and it's just packed with minerals, which is where the wines get that signature clean finish. And finally, the altitude. Being up high means cool nights, and those cool nights are what lock in the grape's crisp, natural acidity. It's the perfect storm. Or, well, the perfect lack of storm, I guess.
So you have the perfect land, you have the perfect grape, but they can't just make wine by themselves, right? It took real visionaries to bring them together. The story of modern Japanese wine is really the story of a few incredibly determined pioneers.
Now, grapes have been in Japan for centuries, but the modern story, the one that really matters for the wine we drink today, kicks off in 1877. This was during the Meiji Restoration, a time when Japan was modernizing like crazy. And as part of that, two young men, Masanari Takano and Ryukin Tuchiya, were sent on a critical mission. A mission that would literally change everything for Japanese wine.
And where did they go? France, of course, the heart of the wine world. Their mission was simple but huge. Absorb everything they possibly could about making wine, and then bring all that knowledge about home to Yamanashi. And they did it. They came back,
established Japan's very first modern winery, and basically set the stage for the amazing, quality-focused industry that we see today.
Okay, so that's the history, but where does that leave Yamanashi's winemakers today? Well, it's a fascinating balancing act. They have this deep, deep respect for history, but they're also facing this constant need to innovate and look to the future.
And look, the path forward is not easy, not by a long shot. That humid climate and those seasonal typhoons, they're a constant threat. And then on the business side, at home, they're competing with sake and, of course, a flood of imported wines from all over the world. But the opportunities are massive. There's a growing global thirst for unique, high-quality wines, and Koshu is just perfectly positioned to step onto that stage and become Japan's signature wine export.
You know, this quote really nails it. It perfectly captures the whole spirit of the region. It's a testament to the winemaker's amazing ability to adapt, to honor their incredible land, and to somehow turn all those challenges into a distinct advantage on the world stage. It's pretty inspiring.
So the next time you're browsing for a bottle of wine and you're looking for something new, something really elegant and expressive, I want you to remember Yamanashi. With its one-of-a-kind grape and its volcanic soul, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? Could this be it? Could the world's next truly great wine come from the shadow of Mount Fuji? You know, just thinking about that possibility, well, that's what makes this whole story so exciting.